All right, today's video is talking about frequency tables and histograms, specifically about frequency tables. First off, we need to know that a frequency table is a fantastic way, it's a great way to organize large sets of quantitative data. Remember, these are the number ones. All right, so let's look at how do we create a frequency table. Step one, analyze data and determine your range. Low to high. So my data runs from 0 to 5, or my data runs from 100 to 2,000. My data runs from 5 million to 12 million. All right, divide data into appropriate evenly spaced intervals. All right, and last, count how much goes into each interval. And this will all make sense in just a moment. All right. The number of motorists per day for roadside service was recorded for the month of December 2003. The results were as follows. All right, and we have all this number. All right, create a frequency table. Complete a frequency table compiling your data. Use class intervals of 35, starting with 20. Okay. So, class intervals of 35, so that's how much goes into each interval. We're dividing it up 35 per thing. So, starting with 20, between 20 and 20 plus 35 is 55. So between 20 and 55, between 56 plus 35 is 91. From 92 to 7, 3, 127. Do we need to go further? We do. We got to go all the way up to 194. Okay. All right, so let's just start here so you can see what we're doing. So these are our intervals. All right, then we need to count how many fall in here. Okay, so between 20 and 55, I have 1, 2, I have 2. I have between 56 and 91, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. All right. Oop, nope, I make that 10. I missed the 70 at the beginning. All right, between 92 and 127, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and so on we would count. So looking at all of this, the frequency, we want to know how often numbers fall in this interval, right? So how many numbers do we have here? I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I have 31 total. All right, so my frequency of the numbers that occur between 20 and 55 is 2 out of 31. That's how often a number falls in there. Between 56 and 91 is going to be 10 out of 31. Between 92 and 127, I have 11 out of my total 31, and we can count for the other intervals. What we want to do with this is we want to actually get a percent. So 2 out of 31, bring up my handy dandy calculator here. 2 divided by 31 equals 0.0645, so 0.065%. Nope, not percent. Remember, we had to convert it. So 6.5%. In order to go from a decimal to a percent, we had to move the decimal place over 2 places to the right. All right, and we do the same thing for the other 2, and actually 3 because we'd have a third one down here. All right, relative frequency, which is what we were just figuring. It tells what percent of data falls into a class. So what falls into an interval? All right, cumulative frequency tells what percent of data up to that class has been represented. Okay, you can think of cumulative frequency as a running total. All right, so let's look at our example down here. All right, the data below depicts the amount of time in minutes 20 middle school students spent on the computer each day. Some of them are not spending very much time at all. Some of them are spending only an hour. Y'all are spending way more time on the computer because of virtual learning than they are. All right, arrange the data in a frequency table that shows relative frequency and cumulative frequency. Okay. So class count, again, we're going to divide this probably between 0 and 10. We're just going to do things at 10. So between 10 and 20. All right, and when I wean this, I want 0 to 10. I want equal to 10, less than or equal to 10. This one's just going to be greater than 10. Okay, so 10's included here, not included there. All right, same thing here. 20 is not going to be included here, but it'll be included there. So 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. All right, so we can do the tally and actually make tally marks. We're not going to actually make tally marks. We're just going to count this so we know what our frequency is, how often it occurs. All right, so between 0 and 10, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. Between 10 and 20, so really between 11 and 20, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Between 21 and 30, I have 1, 2, 2. Between 30 and 40, I have 1, 2, 3, 3. Between 40 and 50, I have 1, 2, 2. Nope, 3. And between 50 and 60, I have 1, 2, 3. All right, the relative frequency. So we're literally counting how many out of this. This is where we're going to figure our percentage. So this is relative. All right. We know that there's 20 middle school students, so this is 5 out of 20, which is 20%. Again, 5 out of 20, that equals 0.20, so that equals 20%. All right, 2 out of 20 is 15%, 3 out of 20, sorry, excuse me, 3 out of 20 is 15%, 2 out of 20 is 10%, 15%, 15%. Okay, the cumulative frequency. This is the running total that we told you about. All right, so right here on our first category, we've only done 20% of the data. By the time we get to the second one here, we've done 40% of the data. When we get here, I've done 50% of the data. All right, 50 plus 15, that gives me 65% of the data. 65 plus 15, this is going to give me something's not quite right here because I'm missing something. It's 15, that's a 0, carry the 1, 6, 7, 8, that's 80%. But 80% plus 15 only gives me 95% of the data. So I've missed 5%. I've miscounted somewhere. All right, because you should end up with 100% here. All right, so I've miscounted somewhere. Not sure where. I'm not going to take the time to go back. Hopefully you've noticed the mistake. All right, and that is it here. Just show me that you can do this. All right, and that is it for today. We'll get into this more tomorrow, and we'll have more homework tomorrow. Thank you. Have a great day. As always, send me an email if you have any questions.